either handwritten or posted kind of thing that we put outside to advertise what we're going to do. But if we come up with something that is kind of inspiring to people, that really gets their attention, it's going to really make this idea of mentoring fixed in the public's mind. And I think it's going to help your organization because you're supposed to be probably on the forefront of what, as the principle that Polo has suggested also, the forefront of what we're trying to do in education. Because right now, we're actually turning kids off. I mean, I don't know what your background is in education, but we turn kids off because we focus so much on testing, and instead of asking a child, how are you doing, you ask the child more like, did you do your homework? Did you turn in a piece of paper that you're supposed to turn in? And so what I'm trying to share with you is that when you look back in your own educational background and career, people will tell me, well, if somebody really told me about this, I don't know, somebody really told me about this, I would have taken more English courses. I would have taken more of this and more of that. How does that usually come about? It usually comes about without trying to close relationship with the parent. But when the parent is not there, or the parent is working, or other things, they usually get it from the mentor. And a mentor, and people ask me, well, Steve, how do you want to quantify all the development that, in terms of the project? And I said to Alan, well, we can do report cards, right? Increase better grades, we can do attendance, we can do better test scores. And that's all quantitative kind of things, objective that you can look at. But my perspective is that's just the beginning. The second part is to interview students and ask them, what does the mentoring relationship mean to you? Can I write it out? Sure. And then the second thing is I would ask mentors, what have you gained from this relationship with this young child? And then I would use that information as probably equally important, and in some respects more important, to fund this kind of a program. And it's a qualitative kind of analysis because it's not quantifiable, although I can count the number of kids who responded or a number of mentors who responded. But it would be like things that say, a mentor would say, my student might not necessarily have improved in the test scores or the report card, but he's moving in that direction. And I can tell you how. And you can only develop that kind of analysis through a closer relationship with the child. So my third idea would be basically to have this kind of like a symposium, bringing together a community of people that would be interested in mentoring, and have like a guest speaker, have a breakout session where people can come and look at what mentoring is about and stuff. But more importantly, I think what it is creating an awareness that from this meeting, some actions can take place. And I think it's dyadic in terms of who gets what out of it. But I found out in my life that as a counselor, I've been a counselor for 28 years, that the moment I began to love counseling was when I began to allow the students to love me or to teach me about helping them. And so, my wish for you folks is that if you should get involved, the whole idea is that whether you have children of your own or if you don't, interacting with children is sometimes a more truthful and abiding relationship that you might develop in your life. With that, that's, I think I took more than my 15 minutes.